Hello, hi, I don't know how to begin this video. As you can see, I'm not there on my couch, I'm right there on my chair. For those of you who are following me on Twitch, you know this environment. I thought that to make this video, it would be better to be right there to talk directly to you like that. I made some posts about it, this last weeks, last days, and I thought that it would be great also to explain myself on video. Right now, I made some changes, on my Patreon, and also I opened a crowdfunding. So, I need to give you some explanations about it. Everything began with the fact that I saw clearly that I couldn't continue like that. I'm telling you each time that I'm a little reactor on YouTube and on Patreon. I'm really not considered by YouTube, which is shadow banning me since a long time now, since more than 1 year, something like that. And it's really difficult to just exist on YouTube. On Patreon, I love each one of you, and I'm so glad and I'm so proud for each one of you following me on Patreon, giving me your support on Patreon, but we are not a lot. And clearly, all of this time, I managed to continue, because I had some advance, some money that I had on my own. Now, like, I have to be realistic, and it was really hard for me to realize that. And I learned it, the bad way, meaning that I was forced to cancel holidays, and it's really fun in a way because since more than 1 year, I have just issues to fill my fridge. Since more than 1 year, I'm counting each little euro. I'm making things, like for example, I didn't turn my heat on during the entire winter. I'm really doing crazy little things like that to just try to avoid to have to spend money and all. And I don't know why suddenly I lied to myself and I thought that I could take some holidays. And clearly, as soon as I bought the tickets for this plane, I realized that no, you can't do it, Laura. Like, really, you can't take this holiday, so you don't have, I was gonna say enough money. No, you don't have money at all, so you can't do it. That was the beginning of things, and clearly it put me into a big crisis. I think that you saw me on Twitch, on Twitter, talking about it, and on several intros of videos you saw that I was really not into a good mood, and it was because of that, because it was rough for me to realize all of that, and clearly it played a lot with my hypersensitivity. But I managed to find a solution. I don't know how to say it in another way. The solution being for me to find a second activity, to begin a second activity, a second professional activity, to not just count on making these videos and at some point people following me and people believing into me. No, I need to begin a second activity. But for that, for the first months of that activity, because I don't know how it's gonna go, I don't know how long it's gonna take me to find clients and all. Because of that, I need to open a crowdfunding, and clearly it's not something that I'm doing with a big smile and really I'm just happy about it and all. Clearly I'm feeling ashamed of it, and I cried a lot because of that, just because of the fact that I need to open it. But again, I have to be realistic about things, and like I told you when I explained to you that I was opening it, it's really something like if you have the money, that little extra money that you can bet, that weirdo, that French girl, if you have a little extra of money. But I totally understand if you don't, because times are rough for everyone. Again, believe me, I know how it is. I just told you about my situation, and clearly I'm not saying everything because it's pretty intimate, to talk about that kind of things. But clearly I know about things, so like I'm telling you each time, you can come on my Patreon and support me on my Patreon, and you're gonna have things in exchange for it, but only if you want and if you can. Don't put yourself in any difficulty for that. I'm telling you once again that it's the same for that crowdfunding. It's only if you want and if you can. Don't put yourself into any difficulty, and little help, like big help, can be appreciated. Each little help is welcome because, you know, one little help, at the end, it makes a big help. Do you understand what I mean? What I can promise you is the fact that everything is gonna be put on that channel, on continuing these videos, you know, on continuing this project of life for me. And again, I'm not someone who is spending, you know, a lot of money and all of that. Like, really, like I just told you, just to fill my fridge, it's my only goal. Like, I don't have a lot of goal, you know, into my life. I'm not spending a lot of money on clothes, on holidays and stuff like that. Not at all. Like, really, everything is gonna be put on this channel, on making these videos. And yes, everything can help, little help, like big help. And yes, that's it. Now you know a little more maybe why I'm making that crowdfunding. If you have other questions, please don't hesitate to ask me these questions on the comments right there on YouTube, on Patreon, because I'm gonna post this video on both of the platforms, and also on my Twitch. Like, I'm on Twitch normally each Wednesday and Friday night, so don't hesitate to come to ask me your questions about that crowdfunding. Right now the crowdfunding is at 24%. You know, I reached the level of 24% of the crowdfunding. It's already amazing. Thank you a lot to the few of you who participated, and in particular to 2 of you who made a big donation. Again, thank you a lot for that trust. And again, I can promise you that everything is going to be used only for this channel to continue it the longer that I can. I began also already my second activity. I don't want you to think that I'm waiting for that crowdfunding, you know, to reach 100% to begin that second activity. Not at all. I already had my first client and that was going well, and normally I'm gonna see her like at least each 2 months, so I need something like 7 or 8 more clients like her that I'm gonna see regularly. But I need to find them. It was easy to find her, but now I need to find people like her and to be sure that I'm gonna see them regularly. So yes, I'm not waiting for that crowdfunding. See, I'm really trying to find solutions and to do stuff, so don't worry about it. So you can give me your support like that. You can help me through that crowdfunding. It's through my PayPal. You have the link into the description, and maybe I'm gonna put it right there, you know, during the editing. I'm gonna try my best to not edit a lot this video, so really I'm talking to you directly. Like, I didn't write anything. I didn't write anything for this video. I just wanted to be direct with you and to be totally honest, like I'm always. So yes, you can give me your support like that through that crowdfunding, or you can come on my Patreon if you want. That's also a way to give me your support for 1 month, for more than 1 month. If you're considering giving me your support for more than 1 month, you can subscribe for the year and you're gonna have 1 month offered. It can be an option also if you prefer. So thanks to that Patreon, you know, you're gonna give me your support and you're gonna have things in exchange. And I changed stuff also on my Patreon. I didn't change the prices, you know, the amount of money of the different levels. I kept the same levels, but I gave you more with these levels because, I don't know, I thought that maybe it could be a way to encourage you guys to come and to support me on my Patreon. So really, it's a win-win for you on Patreon. It's truly a win-win, meaning that right now on my Patreon, I have 3 regular levels. The €1 level, if you want just to support me a little, just like that. The level 2 with €5, it's if you want longer reaction part for shows, not for animes, for shows, like for example right now for Twin Peaks, House of the Dragon and The Boys. And the level 3, it's €10 for the entire month, and from now on you have full reaction part for everything, for shows, for animes, for movies, for everything. So yes, that's it. That was the video to announce you that I opened the crowdfunding because making these videos, having this channel, that's my dream, that's really the life that I love and all, and I want to continue it. But to continue it, I need to begin a second activity. I'm already beginning it, but to help me at the beginning of it, the time for me to find clients, I need to open that crowdfunding. So if you want to help me, you can do it through that crowdfunding or through Patreon. You're gonna have things in exchange, you know, if you're following me on Patreon. and each help can be appreciated and useful. Again, only if you want and if you can. Again, don't put yourself into any difficulty. Please be careful with that. Times are difficult for everyone. Again, believe me, I know about it. That's it. I'm so glad that I made this video like without crying even a little, because when I tried to talk about it a little during the intros, you know, of the videos of these last weeks, I was still into a crisis, an hypersensitivity crisis, and because of that I was just crying and crying again, and that was awful to watch for everyone. So I wanted to make a calmer video and a more intimate video directly with you guys to tell you all of that. That's it. Bye bye, guys.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Crazy.